And I understand what people are looking for when it comes to a new meta in PvP.
What did he say?
Oh, great heavens!
Because what I see in PvP from the videos that I watch,
I'm about to end this man's whole career.
So this guy right here literally just said that he doesn't play PvP, but he watches PvPers. It's like that little 4 or 6-year-old kid who watches Minecraft videos and tries to suggest that what he wants to do for Minecraft to other players because he watches other people do it. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
do it.
This is why the Eagle Bearer is a great weapon for PvP. Meta? No one ever said it was a meta. But they did say it was a good gun. Why? Because you get the survivability while putting damage on your build. As you can see right there, in the hands of the right user, it's deadly. Now, this is probably going to be a little bit about a minute long for just the chat, but I'm just going to ask you for 2 minutes of your time. 2 minutes of your time. Minimum after this. The reason why is because in the next 2 minutes after this right here, I can actually show you how this works with PvP. I've already shown you in one video right here that easily getting those stacks on decoys is very easy to do, especially for the EB. Now, if we're going to try and compare weapons, the weapon that was supposedly compared in some other dipshit's fucking video was complete and utter asinine. And you know what? The rest of this that I'll show later on, which is probably about a 5-minute clip or so, that's going to disprove everything this said.
One long angry line later.
Now, we have a few players right here with Eagle Bearers. And what we're going to do is we're just going to demonstrate basically what happens with the Eagle Bearer. And why this gun is actually really great for PvP is because it gives you the survivability to where you can put damage on your build and have the survivability nonetheless. So if you kill one player, you get tenacity. That's all it takes. You don't have to actually kill him, you just have to put him on the floor. You instantly get tenacity. Right there, he got more tenacity. But if you don't kill all the players nearby that have shot you, as you see the other player just got picked up, and the other player is now getting picked up, the tenacity procs up and basically takes you down with all the damage that you took. That's why he is now back up off the ground, as you can see over here on my left, and the other player is dead on the right, the one who did all the killing with the Eagle Bearer. Now, we can do the exact same scenario, but if the player who does use the Eagle Bearer drops him, as you see, the other player is laying on the ground. He's laying on the ground, I'm shooting him. He still has all that damage to him, but I get dropped on the ground. Even though I still were to die, he does not have to medkit, basically meaning he got enough of the tenacity to keep himself alive. Even though it still procced on him, you saw him take the damage, he could still live. That is where it gives you the survivability. This is where so many people also go wrong. They sit here and say that this gun has no great aim. So if I take both of these weapons, no matter what I do, one of them has just the same amount of crit chances we could put on the other weapon, but it still has more critical hit damage. It has good weapon handling, and it has 10 more rounds. This one here, if I put headshot damage at the bottom, even if I were to put these mods into here, which would give me the crit chance here, the crit chance, so we have the same 10% crit chance, I still do not have the critical hit damage. Now I can put a mod in here and get close to it, which is off the firewall, but if you're not going to be using firewall and you're using something else, you can only put the 5% mod, which means you're still down 10% critical hit damage. So you're still losing damage. Then you also miss out on the weapon handling. The only thing that this thing offers is the stability and accuracy of the weapon handling because of the talent, the new AR. but the Eagle Bear still is going to give you the more damage, even with it being at expertise versus this having 0 expertise. Now, anybody who cannot aim with the Eagle Bear, I'm sorry, you just really suck with the game, because this is me just pulling the trigger. I'm not even aiming or pulling anything. This is me actually aiming with it. It is a laser beam. Like, if you have a problem putting those 2 nuts up on the fucking wall and showing the actual bullets, then you are bad at this. This is this gun right here. It automatically just starts shooting. I'm not even trying to pull down on it. And if I get it fully stacked out, the stability and accuracy, look, it starts getting better to where you can finally start landing shots. This is the difference between the EB right here and the actual gun on this one here doing the damage. As you see, it just automatically starts pulling up to the right versus the EB does not. So once you get it near full max stack, then it becomes a laser beam. And it still has the less damage. Now here's the biggest problem with this in PvP. If you were to say take damage like so, like I'm doing right here from another player, you then have to shoot. You're shooting the player, you're shooting the player, you're shooting other players, you're shooting at them, you may be missing, you may be landing shots, you have to med kit up. If you're standing still, you could then get that damage right back out because you have this ability. If you're not standing still and you're having to maneuver around, this gun then in that short period of time is not going to do fuck all to anybody. So if you're going to sit here and suggest this type of stuff for PvP, but you don't actually PvP, you don't know anything whatsoever. You're just a little 4-year-old or 6-year-old who is literally sitting there watching other people play games that you will not actually play because you lack the ability to. That's all it is. You're a bot. Don't be a bot. Do not take advice from bots on bot things. So, if we were to take those types of damages, which would be all over the place versus right in the center of a fucking area, this is the difference between the 2 weapons. The major problem with the 2 weapons. Both of these, if we were to put them in comparison, this one here has a shorter range, which means the farther they are away, the less damage you're going to get automatically. Same with this one right here. It has more range and more reload speed, so you can put more bullets on target. It is going to be your better weapon for landing those shots. Again, if you can't land these shots, this guy said it the best. And then there's other ones out here who are also saying the exact same thing. But if you disagree with this one guy right here, no, you're just wrong. You don't know what you're talking about. But these damages right here, those little spots on the wall, that right there is a clear indicator. So if you don't like that indicator, we can do this. Rather than being a cover because someone suggested you use brace, this is horrible, when you can easily just do this. Look, that's the Eagle Bear straight across. I'm landing shots like crazy. Like crazy. Does it have to be headshots? No. Does it have to be body shots? No. You could land whatever you want if you're even better at it. It depends on the player. If you can't land shots like that with the EB, again, you just really suck at the game. This is this gun right here, even just as far away. But as you can see, I don't know if you notice this, the damages are still less. Even that far away, because it's 35 when this gun maxes at 32. So let's bring it to even closer. Let's just show the damages. Let's show the difference, shall we? One's got, they both got headshot damage. It's just the efficiency on them. Oh yeah, that's a big difference. What was it, 426 right there versus like 300 something? Yeah, case in point, still less damage. Then you're all talking about damage. Jesus Christ.
I got it earlier, you had a really happy face. Now you got a fucked off one.
Now you didn't catch it before? Here, let's just do it one more time. Let's do it one more time, shall we? Real slow. For those people who are slow. 369. 369. 426. 42. That's literally a 70k difference. A 70k difference at 15 meters versus 32 when it drops off and loses even more damage. Yeah, I wasn't hoping to start off my very first part of the year with a really good video trying to help you guys out with a fucking clout chaser on my ass already. But since he wants to start up this shit again, and he started it this year, let's go ahead and end it with proving him wrong like we just did. Now, another thing to this, if people like him take things like this that serious, that they have to go make a video and actually call someone the truck driver, but they were like, oh, I wasn't talking about him, but people can actually see through your bullshit like this, these are the type of people that I want. The reason why is because they realize the bullshit, which is this other guy. And that's it. They know the truth. They're not going to sit here and take advice on PvE, or should I say PvP, from a guy who only PvEs. Now, what I don't want, and this is factual, and I've said this to many, many people, is we're about to get brand new PvP content. And that means fresh new blood for the PvP community. But if they're bringing in crap ass builds and they get their ass handed to them, they're going to walk out of that DZ soon and fast because they don't have good builds. So if you're going to start producing PvP builds that are crap and get these players killed, you're going to ruin their gameplay. So either stick to what you know or start learning, because apparently you have no clue what you're about to step into, and PvPers are calling you now out for your bullshit, and it's not just me.